What up, what up, what up? Peace, everybody. It's your boy Universal, aka Wax Groove TV. So today I want to talk about an individual artist. Obviously, you can tell by the title, Rock Marciano. He's been on a tear for the last year. In 2017, he gave us Rosebud Revenge. 2018, he gave us Rosebud Revenge 2, The Bitter Dose. And he dropped another project this year titled Behold the Dark Horse. All three albums bangers, straight bangers. And if I read correctly, he's actually supposed to drop another project with DJ Muggs. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So a little backstory to Rock. Like most of the artists that I end up listening to, I discovered him, being featured on another artist's project. He had a track with Sean Price, one of my favorite rappers, rest in peace, P, called Snow. So heard that verse, obviously thought it was dope. He was on the track The Heist with Ghost, Ray, Busta. And then I believe he was on the Random Acts album as well. Don't quote me on it, but I believe he was. So long story short, I ended up giving him a listen. I started listening to him with it's the Merci Beaucoup album, Merci Beaucoup. Banging album. So ever since then, been hooked on him. But this last year, I feel like Rock has been putting in his work. So Rosebud Revenge, banger, 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 banger. One thing I can say about Rock, he got an ear for beats, ear for samples, and he picks the samples and beats that work for him. So a lot of criticism for him is that he doesn't rap on beats with like drums or hard drums, which, I mean, I can understand the frustration behind it, but it works for him. Not having those drums and it just being like an endless loop, he allows that track to breathe and just come in and do his thing. So it works for him. It doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody could do that. But dudes like him, Ka is another one that can get away with that. And that's what sets them apart from other people. But Rosebud Revenge, that's just a gritty, street tale, pimp, fly talk type of album. That album right there is definitely for the streets. And I believe it was like 17 or 18 tracks. But I loved it. Then he gave us part 2, The Bitter Dose. I'm like, all right, cool. I enjoyed this even more. You got those lovely samples on here. This is the type of stuff that belongs in movies. Like, this stuff should be scored in films. Love it. It's a little smoother than The Bitter Dose. I almost feel like this is something a little more for the ladies, but it complements Rosebuds, but The Bitter Dose is like its own separate entity. A lot smoother. I enjoyed it a little more than Bitter Dose. Especially tracks like Bohemian Grove, MLB, Bed Spring King, Power, 67 Lobby. Like, the whole album was banger, front to back. Respected. You gotta love that album. Then that brings us to the latest project, Behold the Dark Horse. So we released the video for the first track on that album. From the Horse's Mouth, I believe is the title of it. I'm all over the place right now. I don't remember the title of it. I believe that's it. Anyways, song is fire. Listen to the album, same thing. Production's on point. Production from him, production from Alchemist, and there's someone else on there who has production from as well. I can't remember off the top. But this is so different from the other 2 projects, and I actually enjoy it better. It's just, his wordplay is ridiculous, and I find so much humor in the stuff that Rock says. I feel like people just take him too serious at times when he is a serious rapper, but the shit be funny at the same time. Like, he has his own little splash of humor there. Don't be talking about my mama biscuits. See what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. I'ma say dumb shit like that, and it should just be wild funny. So, with me saying all of this, it poses a question. Is Rock one of the best doing it right now? Given the body of work that he has putting out and has been putting out and is scheduled to put out, because like I said, he does have a project that's rumored to be released that him and Muggs have done. And shout out to DJ Muggs, because he actually just put out a project of his own recently, which was magnificent. Him and Mayhem Loren have 2 dope projects, Frozen Angels and Gems from the Equinox. And he falls into that category that, that one producer, one rapper, you put them 2 together, it's guaranteed to be a good album 90% of the time. Rock has done songs with people like Mayhem, You know, he falls into that category, that box of these underground rappers who just have like a serious core following and they're just pumping out dope work left and right. You know, him, Mayhem Loren, Action Bronson, Conway, Westside Gun, Ka. These guys just, they all make dope music. They all make music with one another, and their chemistry is so dope. So I'm looking forward to that project with him and Muggs. Would love to hear a project with him and Alchemist. I think that would be ill too. But right now, I do think he is one of the best doing it. You know, if you listen to like some of his earlier work to now, he was dope then. Even going back to just like Merci Beaucoup, he was dope then. And then you listen to some of his new stuff, like he slowed his flow, the pace of his flow down quite a bit, and it fits. Like this is definitely grown man rap. Like it's not for everybody. It's not something you're gonna hear on the radio or played by the masses. But the people that listen to it are gonna love it. Like you cannot not like it. Like this guy can stack words. He can tell a story. Like he can do a little bit of everything. His production is on point. So I really feel like right now he's definitely one of the best at doing it. He's someone that's been in rotation for a long time and continues to stay in rotation. Only thing missing from him, is for me to see him live. I haven't seen him live yet. A couple shows I was supposed to go to, I ended up missing, but I definitely got to get out there and check him live at some point in time. So yeah, just a little quick video talking about Rock Marciano, a couple of the projects that he has out. I truly believe he is one of the best doing it right now. He's one of those artists who are standing the test of time. He's been around since the early 2000s. He was down with Flip Mode in the Flip Mode squad. I'm sorry, Flip Mode. He was down with Busta in the Flip Mode squad in the early 2000s. Ended up leaving, doing his own thing. He had a group called the UN. And then since then, he's just been rocking by himself. And ever since he dropped Marshburg to now, he's literally doing it. And the growth is there. You know, I think I want to say he's around 40 years old, but he's like aging like fine wine. It just gets better with time. No homo. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what else he does. So let me know what you guys think. Is Rock one of the illest rappers out there, or one of the illest doing it? I definitely think he belongs in the top 20 at this point. Especially with his body of work that he already has out. The body of work that he's gonna release. If you're listening to him, let me know what you like. You know, favorite album, favorite verse by him, who you're listening to, or who you think is one of the best doing it. Like this video, share this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace.